Hey, welcome to Fit Lab Daily. So today's video might be one of the most important videos we've done so far, and this is going to cover goal setting. When we're designing someone's program or designing our personal program, the number one question you need to ask is, what am I training for? So this is going to give you a purpose and a reason, and it'll dictate how we're going to get there. So let's take a look at two rules I put together for goal setting, and the first one is your goal should be attainable, and the second rule is your goal should be sustainable. So too many times people come up with these unrealistic expectations, like I want to lose 20 pounds in 4 weeks. So they set a goal that's unattainable, and so even if they do somehow destroy themselves and make that goal, they reached it, do they sustain it? That's the question I want to know. Because if you don't sustain it, you're kind of just starting from scratch, and each time you lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, it becomes harder and harder to do. So your goal should not only be attainable, sustainable. So those are our two methods we're looking for when we're designing someone's program, and we're help coaching them into picking a goal. Now say you come to us and you're like, I don't know what my goal should be. Here's a few, or don't know what like an example of a goal is. The first thing we're going to look at when we're looking at someone's program is their posture and alignment. That's the first goal I would go after, and in my personal program, it was the first thing I tried to correct was my posture. So if my standing posture is rounded through here, no matter what exercise I do, so if I keep moving in that posture, I'm going to reinforce it. So even though I may be doing a row, which in theory will correct a forward head posture and start to strengthen the muscles by the scapula, so your traps and your rhomboids and all that good stuff. If you're doing it in this position, you're just furthering your issues. So setting someone's posture up, figuring out what we need to do to get them into better alignment, just to include some myofascial release work, some stretching, some strengthening, correcting movement patterns. So that's posture alignment. A second goal, and it's probably the most popular goal in all of fitness, is weight loss, body fat reduction. Now the reason why I'm listing this as a second one is if we don't get our posture in alignment first, you're really setting yourself up for injury and failure, and down the line it's going to be hard to correct your bad patterns. So weight loss, and another thing to point out is these can kind of happen simultaneous. So we can pick the right exercises that we can still get a weight loss effect while we're correcting your posture. So just because I'm listing posture and alignment as one, it does not mean we're not going to look at weight loss at all. But what we want to make sure is we're not doing something that's going to affect our posture and alignment. So say, for example, you read up that a kettlebell swing is a really good weight loss exercise. But if your posture is set in where you have a posterior pelvic tilt and a round upper back, and you keep swinging like that, you're going to hurt your lower back. So now your overall goal of weight loss isn't going to happen if you have be sitting on the sidelines with a lower back injury. So keep in mind, we're not saying don't train for weight loss, but we want to be looking at these simultaneously. The next kind of goal that we can be thinking about is a performance-based goal. And this is for an athlete training for a specific sport or event like gymnastics, track and field, that kind of stuff. So your main goal is to get better at your 100-meter sprint, your back handspring, whatever it is, if that's your goal. So your exercise you're doing should not affect that, and should enhance it. Ultimately, that's what your program is going to do. It can be a faster 5K, a faster 1 mile, whatever it is. Your exercise should correlate to to enhance that goal and to help you reach that goal. And now, what's also important is measuring and checking, is my program working? And then adjusting if it's not. So not only are we talking about setting goals, but are we checking in to make sure that we're reaching our goals? Because if we're not, maybe there's something in our program we can fix up to get to our goals. You know, it's sometimes in theory, we think we're doing the right thing, but if you're not seeing changes, that approach is not working. So you gotta get back to the drawing board and say, all right, let's figure this out. I wanna lose another 5 pounds. What I'm doing helped me lose the first 10, but I'm not losing, I'm steady. So we gotta get back to the drawing board and we have to start looking at all of the factors affecting this. And what you're doing in the gym may be one, how you're eating. Are you sleeping enough? You know, is there an excessive amount of stress in your life? Are you taking a medication that may cause you to retain water and weight? So we start looking at all the factors and putting this all in to affect your lifestyle. I mean, really, realistically, this is a lifestyle and we need to be knowing all of your factors, and you should be keeping a good tally of all of your factors. So that's goal setting, and that's all I have for you today. Take care.